People ask me all the time, what's it like working in Hollywood? Well, I can tell you that working in Hollywood over the past 12 years has been one of the best experiences in my entire life. I have met people that I'll be friends with forever. I've worked on things that will remain out there again forever for people to see, and I can say, and my kids can say, man, my dad did that. My dad worked on that. Whether it was acting or behind the camera, I was part of it. And that, to me, that's what Hollywood's about, creating memories for people, giving people the opportunity to suspend reality and have a good time. And I've worked on some of the biggest shows in all of Hollywood, like Ozark, Stranger Things, 911, 911 Lone Star, American Horror Story, Jack Ryan, Bosch Legacy. It goes on and on and on. I can't even remember all of the credits that I CSI Vegas. It just keeps going on and on. And I can't remember because I've worked on so many things over the past 12 years that it gets a little all run together. And so people always ask me, what's the best thing, or who's the best person you worked with? And if I'm going to be real and spill the tea, the worst person I have ever worked with on a set, I can't say. There's, it would be really bad if I spilled all that kind of tea. But at the end of the day, working in Hollywood has been very, very rewarding. Unfortunately, May 1st, 2023 is when it all kind of came crumbling down. Just the entire industry came crumbling down. And so over the past 3 years, work has been barely existing. There's not a lot going on in Hollywood because everything has left the country because people just, I think they're done. They're fed up with Hollywood. And the way that the unions and the guilds and the members, nobody seems to agree on anything. At the end of the day, I'm not against any union. I'm not against any guild, but there's just better ways to do stuff. And they're stuck doing things the way they did for so long that now it's put so many of us behind the camera, in front of the camera, in jeopardy. Because till this day, there's still roughly 57,000, I think at last count, people that are out of work in Hollywood. And it's been devastating to so many people. A few of us have been able to keep going, little projects here and there, but a lot of us are not. And a lot of us are really feeling the pain. Simply due to, you can call it greed, you can call it short-sightedness, farsighted, whatever you want to call it. The business models have changed, and Hollywood has not been able to adapt. And so therefore, it's left so many people in peril. People that have left Los Angeles and California altogether in search of greener pastures, if you will, working in other industries, or maybe taking the skills that they've acquired over however long they've worked in Hollywood and the entertainment business and brought it somewhere else. But as someone who is going through all of that right now, I can tell you that while many of our skills, almost all of our skills, translate into something else in a different sector, a lot of people don't want to give people from Hollywood a chance. And I don't know what that is, but that's just my overwhelming feeling. And maybe I'm wrong, but at the end of the day, that seems to be my overwhelming feeling as someone who is out there and looking for creative jobs in other sectors, or whatever jobs and stuff that I don't want to get into right now, but stuff that I'm looking for. And so it's just, I feel like in just the real world, if you will, for civilians, Hollywood doesn't seem to translate well, because Hollywood in and of itself has such a negative glow about it. And whether it's earned or not, people just automatically say, oh, you're from LA, you're from California, you have whatever this mindset is, or your politics are a certain way. They just automatically assume. And it's a little bit crazy, because not all of us in Hollywood are of the same mindset. Not all of us in Hollywood follow the same rhythm. Whatever it may be, everyone's different. And so when you try to translate that into civilian workforce in more non-creative positions, I think that's one of the big limiting factors, at least for myself. So we'll keep plugging away. Hopefully Hollywood comes back and we all get a second chance. But right now, it's anyone's guess. My name is Mike Fortin. I've been working in the industry for over 15 years. I've worked on some of the biggest shows in Hollywood. I'd love the opportunity for you to like, follow, and subscribe here on YouTube, Instagram at Real Mike Fortin, TikTok at Real Mike Fortin. Thank you guys for following along, and we'll see you on the next one.